Hey guys, it's me, Ariel Williford, and I am going to talk to you today about the last couple of weeks. So, the last couple of weeks have been super busy. I don't know about you, but something about the month of October. Parents get to where they don't want their kids around, and I'm youth and children. I know it's a youth ministry podcast, but I do both. Youth and children, that's my jam. It's what I do. So, a regular week for me during the fall is Tuesday, Thursday, I'm at volleyball. Go Barons. And this week, our volleyball team, if they win today, they're their first seed in regions. If they lose today, they're the second seed in the region. So my family's going to hightail it to an away game tonight to see if we win or lose. And it's going to be super fun. My kid, I wish I could import a picture for you, and I might be able to, and I'll put it. But my kid is the mascot. She is 4 months old, and she is the Bluestone Baron mascot, which means the volleyball team had shirts made up. This is last year's, but they have one very similar for this year. And they had a onesie made up for my child. So they have pictures of my kid and the volleyball team, and they just love her. They come off the court after they win, and they're like, "Let me hold Josie." I'm like, okay. So that's Tuesday. Thursday for Bluestone. And then I have another student who plays for a different school, and so I go and watch her. But they're done because they were not very good this year. But anyways, so my weekly thing is Monday, I kind of lay low. I'm a bit of an introvert, so I have to recharge a little bit. And then Tuesday, volleyball. Wednesday, I start my morning with teaching chapel at our church for our preschool. And then Wednesday night is kids ministry. Thursday, volleyball again. Friday night in the South, it's a football game. And so that is how my week goes. And that's just events. And then Sunday night is youth. So we are super busy. But this past week, the 21st, Sunday night the 21st, we did a corn maze. And it's unlike most places when you go into a corn maze, you're like, oh, we took our kids to a corn maze. No. It's owned by people in our church. So we plan a youth event for everyone in our association. So if they want to come, feel free to. We also reach out to just regular churches that are around. So they're not in our association, but they still hang out with us and whatnot. So I brought in a speaker. My husband and another girl, a high school girl, led 3 worship songs, and we printed those out so everybody had one. And then after the speaker spoke, then we let them go through the corn maze, and we let them go through by church. One church only had 4 kids, and they're really good friends with my students. So my church and their church went together. That way their church was not singled out with just having 4. And I mean, they're super good friends. I think that other pastor's daughter dates one of my students. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure she does. But yeah, so we went to the corn maze, and it's a lot of pre-setup because we have to bring all the sound. They provide the flatbed truck, and last year there was a backdrop, but they didn't have time to put that up this year. So they provide the flatbed, and we provide the sound, and we put it together last year for the first time, and we had cheap old spotlights, but they're the can ones that you can buy for $5 at Lowe's or Home Depot or even Walmart, and you can buy the colorful bulbs, and that way you can light up anything outside super cheap. And they're just construction lamps, the clamp lamps, and you can just clamp them on. And so then our speaker came, and he talked about how he said that I shouldn't have brought him because he has the worst sense of direction. So if he's in the maze, don't follow him. And he talked about, his name is Jeremiah Verdon, if you need a youth speaker. I've used him for probably 15 years to come to different events. He's a youth pastor now. He got his seminary degree from New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, and went to North Greenville University with me. Go Crusaders. But he was also in the Air Force Reserves, and he was a construction worker at one point as well. So there are so many things that he knows how to do, and he can connect with students in a different way than I can. So we brought him in, and he talked about the maze and getting lost, and how you're following people and you think they know where they're going, but in the end, y'all are just all lost together, and you're following someone who's lost instead of following someone who maybe created the maze and who knows their way or who works there. And so it was a really awesome night. We had 50 students show up, and it was $5 a piece. We paid our speaker $250. Do the math. It was completely clear. It was a wash. It was awesome. And it was great. It was awesome. And our kids love it. They get to go through the maze at nighttime, and they have cut the maze down now because it was one of the last weekends. The last weekend is Halloween, and Halloween's tomorrow. So there you go. But so this past weekend was our last weekend. And then, so that was Sunday. And then we did Wednesday night kids. And then we did parents' night out on Friday night. Well, my husband was away in Texas delivering strawberry plants all week. So I was like, I hope he gets home in time for parents' night out, because I don't want it to be like just me and a bunch of little kids. But he did get home in time, and my teenagers showed up. The other thing I do when I need chaperones for something is we have a junior women's association in our town, and they have to have community service hours to be a part of it. So I put it out there to them, and I'm like, hey guys, I'll give you 5 community service hours if you come help me, because it's from 6 to 11. So I had these young women who are part of a women's association, and they have cotillion and all that kind of stuff. I put it out there, and they come and they help. So if you ever need extra help, see if in your community there is an association like that, or not people that need community service. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like they got in trouble, need community service, but like they need community service for something specific. When I was a senior, I had to have community service hours to graduate. So that could be something else. Like you could get some seniors. And so I signed their form at the end of the night. They love it. And our little kids loved it. So we started out the night. I always have tables with stuff to color for them to come in on, because coming in, I want everybody to be seated. So that way, when we get started playing games, then it becomes really, really fun, but we know how many kids are there. We know their names. Like the teenagers sit down and get to know the kids. And so I had all this coloring stuff out. And then the first game we played was Extreme Four Corners from Download Youth Ministry. It's on the Sidekick app. So if you have a Sidekick app, you have Extreme Four Corners. Corner number 1, they have to skip to. Corner number 2, bunny hop. 3, run and yell. 4 is crab walk. So my husband runs the computer. He hits it, it spins, and I'm like, find your corner, find your corner, find your corner. And I have a microphone, and we're in the fellowship hall of like a 200-year-old church. And I'm like, so we're finding our corner, and then it stops. Doom. I'm like, all right, corner number 3, you're out. And we had so much fun. The next game we played was Body Parts, and you can download that in the Download Youth Ministry store. But it looks like skeleton bones. And it spells out body parts. When I was growing up, when my dad was a youth pastor, we played body parts. But my dad always ended with lip to lip, and 2 high school boys always ended up kissing one another. Like, always. But this was a screen game. So it popped up, and I was like, all right, everybody separate. You need one partner over here, one partner over here. And then it was knee to knee, elbow to elbow. And then they got a little crazy after number 10. Number 11 through, they get a little crazy because it's like nose to armpit, you know. But so we played that, and I allow them to have extenders. This is an extender. So if it is like ear to ear and it's 2 middle school boys, which that night it couldn't have been because we had pre-K through 5th grade. 2 5th grade boys, and they think they're disgusting. Maybe it's nose to nose. It's a little too close to the mouth for them. They can use their extenders. And they're nose to nose, but they have an extender. So the last one was barefoot to cheek. Barefoot to cheek. Just remember that for me, okay? So we played that game. And then they want to play sardines in the church because the youth have told them how they play. And they think it is the greatest thing ever. So we played 2 rounds of sardines. Very simple sardines. And we turned the lights on for them so they're not playing in the dark. Because our church is 200 years old. AKA, it's creepy. Okay? It's creepy. So yeah. So we played 2 rounds of sardines. Then the food was there. And they went through 120 chicken nuggets. We only had like 15 kids or something. 120 chicken nuggets within 5 minutes. And there was 5 large fries and drinks. And they like scarfed it down. So after that, we watched Hotel Transylvania 3. It's a new movie, so most of the kids hadn't seen it. So that was a plus. And while they were seated and whatever, we had mini ice cream sandwiches that we gave them to eat as well. And so we did that. It was $10, a suggested donation of $10, $15 max a family. And most people gave me $20 for their families. I'd keep the change. I don't need any change. So that was great. But so we did Hotel Transylvania 3. They loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then 10 o'clock was there. Most of the kids went home at 10 o'clock. For the kids that stayed, we played Halloween Survey Says off of Download Youth Ministry. All of my games come off of there. I'm a gold member, which means that I get $20 a month to spend on anything in the store that I want, that they just give me. And I pay like $200 and something a year. Like, they also give me a bunch of junk free every month. Like, they're getting ripped off. Like, they're not charging enough. But it's fine because it fits in my budget, and that's awesome because it fits in my budget, and I have a very little small budget, okay? But everything I use is off of downloadyouthministry.com. Become a gold member. It's worth it. I'm not even sponsored by them. Like, I should be, but I'm not. But go to downloadyouthministry.com. Everything you need is there, and it was awesome. So we played Halloween Survey Says, and when we ended, it was 11 o'clock, time to go. It was perfect. It ended great. And parents got to, our corn maze was open for like the haunted maze. So parents went to the haunted maze. Our local brewery, which is owned by people in our church, had an adult Halloween thing that night. So we scheduled it for a time where everybody had all this other stuff that they could do. And we have some really nice restaurants in town. And so, we're in a small town, okay? We have 2 drive-through places, McDonald's and Hardee's. So if you don't want one of those and you want to go through a drive-through, you're out of luck, right? Like that's it, okay? So, but we do have nice restaurants because we're a tourist destination in the summer. And so the parents went out to eat. They had a great time. They had a great time together. A bunch of our parents were together, and they were actually just out on a farm and had a bonfire without their kids. You know, they came into church and I was like, ooh, bonfire night. And they were like, yes, it was awesome. But it just gave them time to just get out. And it's October. And October is bonfire nights, you know, like that's what you dream of, but you don't want like your 3rd grader running around being crazy trying to get in the fire or with a stick poking something, you know, so it was a good time. And we have grown each time we've done it. And so now we're up to like 15, 16 kids, and we started with like 5. And it was super fun when we had 5, but it's gotten to where it's a whole lot of fun now. So that was Friday night. And then Sunday, I played the exact same games. Everything that I have just said to you, Extreme 4 Corners, that was the last game we played with our youth group. But our youth group, we played them backwards. So with the kids, we played Extreme 4 Corners, Body Parts, Halloween Survey Says. With our youth, we did our lesson first, and we're going through Not a Fan. And you can get that on Right Now Media, but you can also get it on lifechurch.tv, their open resources, they have not a fan teen version in their resources. They even have like some of the videos that go with it. So it's free. So we're going through that right now. And then we did Halloween Survey Says. My teenagers love Survey Says. They love the Family Feud. They want to kill one another. A chair is almost always thrown. Like, because a high school boy or a middle school boy gets mad that their answer is not on the screen and they throw something. Always happens. And a chair got thrown this time too. Because the girls stole all of their points. And the girls won. Which is rare. Boys normally dominate, but girls won. So we played Halloween Survey Says. And then I said, listen, y'all, we're going to play body parts. And the people that were at Friday night that were helping were like, no, we don't want to play that game. It's stupid, blah, blah. Let me tell you, Snapchat blew up with body parts. Because once they got out, they were filming everybody else. Now, we had a team of 3. 11th grade girl, 10th grade girl, 11th grade boy. It was armpit to cheek. My 11th grade boy stands in the middle, big 11th grade boy, like this, 2 cheeks in his armpit. It was hilarious. But that boy did not want to take his shoe off. Remember, barefoot to cheek? So ended up, he had 2 bare feet. Their team won with barefoot to cheek. He had 2 bare feet attached to his cheek. I died. I literally died. It was the end of the game. They won. I didn't care. It was awesome. It was hilarious is what it was. It was so funny. Because he's a tall boy. Like, he's probably 6'2". And the girls are probably 5'5", 5'6". And they have their legs all the way up trying to touch his cheek. It was hilarious. It was so funny. So we played body parts, and then we played extreme 4 corners. Teenagers don't get to act like kids, and I treat my teenagers like they're adults. Like, we talk about adult things. You need to have a conversation with me. You don't need to act like you're 5. If you're gonna act like you're 5, I'm gonna treat you like you're 5. You're gonna go sit in timeout. But I'm gonna treat you like an adult, and I respect you like an adult, and I expect you to respect me as an adult. And so when we play like a dumb game like Extreme 4 Corners, and they are running and yelling, and my 11th grade boy that had those feet on his cheek, corner number 3, run and yell, ah! And it was awesome, y'all. It was awesome. It was so much fun. And then it was time to go. And that's what we did Sunday night, and that's what we did Friday night. And Wednesday night, I also played body parts with my little kids. Y'all, I use Download Youth Ministry across the board. It is amazing. On Wednesday nights, we use Kids Spring material from New Spring Church in Anderson, South Carolina. It's free as well. It gives you skits, it gives you games, it gives you small group stuff, it gives you everything you need to run a big group children's ministry. And it's free. It's free. Chapel, I'm just going to throw this out there. What we do for preschool chapel is off of lifechurch.tv as well. And it is the preschool Bible app material. So just if you're wondering, I will, if you are on YouTube, please subscribe. But go on over to my blog at arielwilliford.com, and you can click blog, and all of the things that I have listed will be on the blog ready for you. But man, it has been a crazy 2 weeks. But yeah, my husband is pulling up right now, so I need to go because we got a volleyball game to get to. So I hope you have an awesome, awesome week. See you later. Bye, guys.